Hey guys, it's Random Muesli Generator here, and today I'll be showing you how to do your very own DIY Nerf blaster holster. Now, to make it look like this, all you're gonna need is some long paper if you're going to, do a holster for something like a Nerf Maverick or a Nerf strong arm, because typically your regular 8 by 11 inch paper won't necessarily fit the Nerf Maverick, so you're gonna have to use something longer like construction paper or wrapping paper for Christmas gifts. I typically use those. You're gonna need a pair of scissors, obviously, for cutting duct tape, and this is maximum strength duct tape. Very useful. Very useful. And if you want to create like a little side pouch for your cylinder or darts, then you're gonna need some extra paper, which you can fit. I'd say about 5 sheets would do the trick. And to get started, start off by wrapping your Nerf gun in with the paper. Like that. And you trim off the extra sides. Alright, once that's done, it's gonna look something like this. You're gonna have to trim off some extra paper if your paper is too long. Next thing you want to do is you want to make sure your blaster can fit in and out, and you can easily quick draw it and put it back in. If it's not, then you're gonna have to make your paper a little bit more looser, so then you can easily slide in and out, right? And then after you're done with that, let's see, I picked this position. Grab your duct tape, and you're gonna grab a tiny piece, because now what we're gonna do is we're gonna tape together the little paper thing right here. Alright, and after you make sure your measurements are good, you're going to want to have an initial little piece of duct tape to hold your holster intact. And then after that, all you have to do is pretty much duct tape the outside interior and the inside. And I mean everything. Duct tape everything. And you should be good to go. Now guys, I've figured out that if you're having difficulty trying to tape the interior of your holster, so it's pretty simple. All you have to do is you have to grab a piece of duct tape, and what you're trying to do is you're trying to align the duct tape along each strip of duct tape along each strip of duct tape. Now it's kind of hard to do because you can't really see the inside. All you have to do is trust your instincts. And you see something like this. I'm trying to duct tape right next to here. That's a little bit hard to do because I don't want my strip of duct tape to go at a slight angle. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look at the inside. You're gonna look at the inside, and then you're gonna stick one side through, and after you stick one side through, you gotta match up. You can't really see this, but you gotta match both ends and gently place down your duct tape. Now, if your strip of duct tape is a little bit long, do not worry. That's actually good, because then you can do this. You can tape it along the sides, on top here, and on top here, and that's gonna create some extra grip to the front. Now, as you can see, my holster is complete. Everything is completely duct tape and really smooth, actually. So now what you're gonna do is we're gonna create like a little strap around here to make sure that our gun doesn't fall out when we're running around, Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut out a strip of paper like this. Alright, now we're gonna take that strand of paper, we're gonna measure it, see if it fits perfectly right there. Let me center it down toward the bottom a little bit. It's gonna look like this, right? So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna duct tape this whole strand of paper, and we're gonna duct tape it onto this holster. That's gonna be pretty much it. Okay, now that we have our little strip covered in duct tape, we're just gonna tape it onto this little place right here, onto your holster, and that's gonna prevent your gun from falling out. So now we just get our strip of duct tape, just a little tiny strip of duct tape so you don't have to waste that much duct tape. And sorry, we're gonna get 2 of these strips. Tear it out. Now we're gonna carefully put this piece right here. Now flip your holster and grab another piece of duct tape. And stick it right there. And there you go. There's your blaster holster. Now if you want to run, if you're going to attach this to something, right, you're going to need a little bit of a belt loop. So I'll show you how to make that next. Okay, so in order to make that little belt loop, all you need to do is cut out another strap or piece of paper, and then you're going to duct tape that, and then after that you're going to create a little bit of a loop right here on your holster, like this. Okay, it's going to be big enough to fit your belt, but it's also not going to be too big that your belt loop is going to fall off. And since duct tape's pretty strong, it fits perfectly and holds your gun perfectly too. Now, in order to attach this belt loop to your holster, all you have to do is get duct tape and duct tape them onto your holster. Easy. Alright, after you're done, it's gonna look something like this. You see, we got our little strap to hold our blaster in place, and we also got our belt loop to fit a belt in to carry our holster. Now, if we were to measure this correctly, should fit in perfectly, smooth and snug, and also works on the other side too. Alright, now if you want to make a little dart pouch for your holster, then stick to this video, because I'm going to teach you how to turn this into something like this. Okay, so to make a dart pouch, it's actually pretty simple. All you need is pretty much a piece of paper, or if you want to, it depends on how big you want your dart pouch to be. Now I just want a little dart pouch so I can hold around 12 darts, just in case I run out of ammo in a nerf war, and in order to reload I can just, grab my little dart pouch, start shoving darts in my modified Maverick. Now in order to make this, all you need to do is grab a piece of paper, fold it to see how big this circumference is going to be. So I want mine to be pretty much like this big, right? Now all you need to do is cut it down, because we don't want our dart pouch to be too tall. Yeah, it could be around dart height, but I like to put a little bit more height into my cylinder to make sure the darts don't fall out when I'm running. No, it's pretty much like making the holster. Grab your duct tape and start duct taping everywhere. Okay guys, well, I'm done with the cylinder, and it's actually looking pretty good. So all I've done is I've duct taped the outside and the inside, just like in the holster. Right? But I figured out a pretty cool life hack. So if you get a piece of paper, you know, like a big square, something like this, and you were to just compress slowly and fold on top, then it actually makes room for a rubber band to plop right on top of your cylinder. And that is how it can hold your dart. Now, for the final, oh, whoops, my camera fell. My bad. Alright, so anyways, for the final, I want you to figure out which way your gun's gonna hold, because obviously this is gonna go on a belt, alright? And if this were to go on a belt, that means one side, this cylinder has to be sticking out of your gun. So if you're right-handed and you put your gun in like this, it'd be reasonable for you to duct tape your cylinder on this side. But if you're left-handed and your belt loop is on this side, then it'd be reasonable for you to duct tape your cylinder over here. Now, it really depends on what you do, or what hand you are most dominant with. I'm gonna leave this part up to you, and to connect or to attach, I should say, your cylinder to your holster, all you gotta do is duct tape this whole thing on. Now, alright, here is our finished holster in all her fame and glory. Now, if you're one of those few people who have a strong arm and have decided to do the barrel mod, which you can have multiple barrels, then I recommend you make a second cylinder, because it's going to be useful in reloading. It's going to look something like this. You're going to have a little pouch to put your cylinder in, and you're going to have your strong arm holster right here. And that should be about it. This is compatible with any holster you want, or any gun you want. This can work for fire strikes, something as small as a fire strike, up to, I'd say you can even put an Artemis in here if you want to. Alright, that's all the time I have for today. Comment down below what you guys want me to do next time. I may do a DIY duct tape vest, if I have enough duct tape. But anyways, this is Random Muesli Generator signing off.